Hey everybody, look who I have managed to catch up with after 6 long months. The one, the only, Mr. Cool Shades himself, Mr. Michael Botte, everybody.
I know I should have. I tell you, I should have worn the damn shades, but I just forgot. I forgot. I feel comfortable with you, so I don't need to hide. I don't need to hide with my sunglasses.
Do you know what? 6 months, we were just talking about this. Like, we've sort of lost with dementia and things like that. You know, you and your 55s and me and my 49s, you know, we've lost a bit of dementia between us. Where these 6 months have gone. But geez, between me and you, these 6 months have been absolutely mental. You know, I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely shattered over the last 6 months. It's been absolutely amazing trip.
I feel you. I feel you. Me too, man. Lots been going on. Lot to talk about. You know, we joked before. Yeah, you know, you're going to be in your 50s. I am well into my mid 50s, but I feel every bit of 60. It's okay.
I can tell you what, like, you know, we joked around with you last time you was on the show, and ladies, you don't look 55. Come on, you know, I've seen the pictures, and every single time you do those magazine shoots, mister, you know, you don't look a day over 45, let alone
Airbrush.
55.
Airbrush.
It's what airbrush.
Airbrush. No, thankfully I'm not.
Do you know what? I was going to get over that secret of yours because I'm starting to come onto some podcasts as I get over to Atlanta. And you know, I don't know whether the magazine thing is, but I'm going to ask you some tips into, you know, how you get such a youthful look, you know, so whether it's makeup or whatever. I'm not going to Dimitri for like clothing or anything like that because I've seen what he wears and I am not going in that direction. So you can be my makeup man. Dimitri, you're not touching me when I get to the awards.
He is very unique, very fashionable. I got to meet him at the ISSA Awards in August, and he's a great guy. But yeah, he's very fashionable. I don't do that. I just have a black t-shirt.
He was telling me that, like, basically when I get to Atlanta, like, you know, I could go and visit him and he's going to get me all dressed up ready for the awards. Like, I don't know if I trust him, to be honest. I don't know if I trust him.
He has a very unique and very fashionable style, so I'd love to see what he'd do with you.
I know. I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest. Anyway, so we have got a big catch up to do, but we've also got a show to do. So, One Life, welcome to the last show for Guitars for Vets. And I'm so sad that we're going to say goodbye, but also so happy that we get to pick one more charity for next month in March. So, do you know what? 14 great artists, and I'm going to read out every single one of you because I want to say a big thank you to everybody who has contributed into this amazing charity. Guitar for Vets, you have had an amazing month with our artists, okay? You have managed to secure yourself some guitars from some amazing indie artists who will be sending them over to you, okay? And you've also managed to grab some money for some great artists, but the exposure that you've had this month and the amazing discussions around Guitars for Vets, everybody has been so proud of each and every one of you who support the vets coming out of the army and giving them a platform to be able to basically talk about, you know, their experiences, but giving them a platform to learn a musical instrument, you know, play in front of their families, their friends. You know, it's been absolutely heartwarming to watch the videos that you've given us from YouTube, but also to see your journey. And also, you know, for Jason Walsh, also, who's a rep, you know, to see his journey and his commitment to the Guitar for Vets has been absolutely amazing. And it's a month I won't forget. And I wish the Guitar for Vets all the very best. This isn't the end from One Life. It's just the beginning. You will stay with us all the time that we're around. Your organisation can contact us at any point. You can get that support at any point from our artists. And I just want to say a huge thank you to you. So I hope you love your guitars that are coming. I know the artists who have said that they're going to donate some guitars. So you've got some really cool guitars coming, you know, and also with the money inside of things as well. I hope you can give that to our vets to help them with their music career and the support that they need. So thanks, everybody. That is a huge thank you for One Life and a big well done. And I will read out the artists in a minute. In relation to One Life, I have some great news. If anybody saw the interview last night from Stone Pusher, I'm absolutely worn out. Those boys were absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. A great, great group over there in LA. They have basically given a prize to One Life, which is going to be unforgettable. So basically, in the studio last night, they have signed some drumsticks. They have signed a drum hat. They have also signed a t-shirt and a CD. And this basically will form a prize to the 1000th member on YouTube. So when we get to 1000, whoever that person is, you have got an amazing prize, I tell you, that has been donated by Stone Pusher, and I've also become a Stone Pusher honorary band member. So, hey, that's cool. You know, I don't need any prizes. I don't need the drumsticks or the guitar hats. I am now an honorary member of Stone Pusher, and when I go to America, I've been invited to go to the Whiskey A Go Go. It's just somewhere that I've always wanted to go. I know the bands who play in that venue. You know, we've got Paul Austin over there at the moment for the UK, but I know the bands who kick it in that place. And oh my God, if I manage to get over there and see that as well as coming over to Atlanta, it's going to be an absolute dream come true. So thank you, Stone Pusher, for doing that for me. Absolutely amazing night last night. And thank you so much for your donation. Just one more piece of news. I want to say a huge congratulations to Joanne St. Pierre. You don't know it yet, but guess what? You've won an award. You are hiding away somewhere, and basically you are away on holiday at the moment. But me and your promoter Muriel know a special something that you have been given a award for Pop Funk Song 2025 at the Close Pop Awards. So congratulations, Joanne. You will hear this as you come back off your holidays, and we will be able to tell you that great, fantastic news, okay? And also from all those artists from One Life and from the International Singer-Songwriters Association who also went into that. You know, I can see the awards. I think also we've had the Elite Awards over this week. Maeve DeVoe has won a couple of awards, and I've seen that as well. So congratulations to all our family, and also the International Singer-Songwriters family as well, for all the awards that you keep bringing home, you keep winning, and you keep working so hard for and collaborating so hard for. So congratulations, well done, and I'm really proud of you all. So, in relation to Mr. Botte himself, we shall bring him onto the show first, but we've got a bit of a job for him to do for us. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you one of his latest tracks, and while we are playing one of his latest tracks, we will bring to you the wheel of, you know, charity for next month, okay? And we'll read out those great names, and we're going to pick somebody to represent next month. So, while I'm sorting that out, I'm going to get our guest, Michael, to tell us a bit about the other side in terms of this track, how he's written it, and what it's about, and then I'm going to put it on for everyone.
Oh, other side. So, you know, growing up, you had mentioned the Whiskey. So one of the most popular bands to ever play the Whiskey was the Doors. So I'm a big Doors fan, big Jim Morrison fan. So, I mean, we all knew who the Doors were and Jim Morrison was kind of growing up. And in 1991, when Oliver Stone put out that, you know, movie, The Doors, starring Val Kilmer, it kind of reinvigorated like my desire to learn not only more about the Doors, but about this man, Jim Morrison, you know, the man, the myth, the legend, all the stories. So I just dove headfirst into studying all about Jim Morrison. And it was a wild ride. And I was young. I was in my early 20s, and it just seemed like a really cool thing to do. And just had a big, you know, passion for Jim and the Doors. And then finally, here we are. That was back in 91. Here we are in 2024. December, I released my tribute to Mr. Jim Morrison called Other Side. And if you listen to the lyrics, you'll hear some of the imagery, some of the words that you would recognize as from some of his maybe favorite poets and something that he would maybe say. But I tried my best to use some of those lyrics. But yeah, this is my Jim Morrison tribute called Other Side.
Fantastic. We're going to play that for you, and then we're going to catch up after we have done our wheel, because Michael's got so much to tell you what he's been up to in the last 6 months.
Right on.
labyrinth, open the gate. Just use this rope and hold, just tie it tight. Let's check the engines, cause we're taking flight. Yeah, 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 we're crossing over to the other side. Yeah, 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 we're crossing over to the other side. Infinitely, we are choosing doors. We need safe passage to the further shore. Perception cleansed and we're finally there. Let's catch no crystal ships, there's no time to spare. Yeah, 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 we're crossing over to the other side. Yeah, 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 we're crossing over to the other side. Let's break on. Let's break on through. Let's break on through. Yeah, 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 we're crossing over to the other side. Yeah, 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 we're crossing over to the other side. Yeah, 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 we're crossing over to the other side. Yeah, 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 we're crossing over to the other side.
I'm going to turn the mics on and I'm going to say it again. I was just about to say, hell yes, I bloody love that song.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for playing that, man. And, it's funny. I never listen. Once songs are released, man, they're gone. I never listen to them because when you create music, you listen to it 5 trillion times as you're writing it and producing it. But it's fun to hear that. Thank you for playing that, man.
You're very welcome, and what a great song. So, guys, we are at that point of the show where we will find out who the lucky winner is. I'll tell you what, over the last few months, you have really got into the idea of promoting your charities throughout the month. We have had big prize giveaways. We have had, people promoting their charities in a way that, they've done different, different test collaborations. What's going to happen this month? I'm really excited to find out because I want something really different from March. I want you to really big it up. Whatever your charity is, I really want you to get as much money as you can for them, because over the last few months we have raised over £1,000, for our charities over the last 3 months, probably the last 4 months, and we've raised with some amazing gifts, over to our charities as well. It's been absolutely fantastic. So we are going to go on our wheel and basically say a big shout out to the following artists: Jay Luke, Joel Alice, Just Imagines, 1 Week Later, Spencer Ezel, Michael Botte, who's sitting with us on here tonight, Elizabeth Ertel, Stone Pusher, Tyler Glitcher, Orville Sobel, Elvis Carden, John Carey, Jay Luke, Joel Ellis. Wow, do you know what? I'm going round in circles because it's spinning, but what a month it has been. Look at all those artists. How the hell did I get through all that?
I don't know how you did that. I was trying to read it with you.
Jeez, that is 1 month, amazing month of music. If you want to catch up with any of the guys on the show this month, go and watch the videos, but please download their music because between them, oh my God, there's some amazing music out there. Okay, let's give it a spin and let's find out who the artist is. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Oh, could it be Michael? Oh, just missed out, Michael.
Congratulations to
Just
Elizabeth.
missed out. Okay, congratulations to Elizabeth Ertel, who has been really happy this week because she has basically been producing some collaborations for the International Singer-Songwriters Association. And I know she's going to be really happy. And it was a great interview. If you watched Elizabeth's interview, it was so funny. Really was funny. We had an absolutely amazing time on the One Live show. So Elizabeth Ertel, you are the winner. We will get hold of you, even try hard to get hold of you during the show. What I'll do is I'll probably play some music. I know that you have been listening to a lot of our shows, so who knows, you may be listening right now. But congratulations, your charity is our charity for the month of March, okay? So congratulations.
Right on.
Okay, all right, we're going to come back now. I'm quite looking forward to her doing March, actually, because I know she's got lots of people who are following her profile. Did you watch Elizabeth's show?
I haven't seen it yet, no. I saw the Stone Pusher.
Watched
Stone
it.
Pusher last night?
Stone Pusher was last night, yeah, definitely.
Not seen that one, no.
Yeah, that was great show. So what we're going to do next is we are going to basically have a look over the past 6 months, what this man has been up to. I sent him away. I can't believe this. In 2024, just before the International Singer-Songwriters Association award show, and we were talking about the fact that you were basically up for an award. You were going to be meeting loads of artists over in Atlanta. You was very excited to meet these people. You weren't expecting to get an award. And then since then, I tell you what, when I read this out over the last 6 months, mate, you're going to go, how has that happened in 6 months? So let's start right back 6 months ago when we flew over to Atlanta. We sat in that hot seat and they introduced you to the stage. And a huge round of applause for One Life, okay, for being the Emerging Artist of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you, but there's a funny story behind that. So
Yeah, go on then. I like funny stories.
I swore that one of my friends was going to, be a part of that, was going to win that. His name is Rocky Michaels. I'm not sure if you've had him on the show, but you should get him on the show. He's a great musician. He lives over in California.
Okay.
So I was filming him so that I can have his reaction and then film him, to go up on the stage. I was just doing it as a courtesy because I swore he was going to be the winner. But then as I'm filming, then they announced my name. So he was looking at me and I'm looking at him and he was like, oh shit. And he switched, he got his camera and he filmed me walking up to the thing. So it was an incredible surprise. And look, I wanted to be there so badly just to meet all of, some of my musical family, some of my musical heroes. And then all of a sudden, I get to go up on stage and make a speech. What is going on here? So it was so humbling and so wonderful. But what's funny about that show is that even though that is very important, winning an award, by far not the most important part. The best part of that show, and we might have spoken about this, is the after parties. You're sitting around the hotel, around the fire, around the pool, guitars, drinks, laughter, sharing. You're singing songs till the middle of the night. And I could tell you the guests of the hotel, some were okay with that, some not so much. But it was just so much fun to hang out and make music and sing songs till the wee hours of the morning. That is what it's all about. And actually, I am now the newest ISSA representative. I just got.
We were going to get onto that, Mister. You've gone from emerging. I'll tell you what. We've gone from emerging artists to being a rep. Now, do you know what, Michael? Everybody loves you in that group. Everybody's got a lot of time for you in that group. And the reason is that you will do your very best to promote the music industry to indie artists, but you will also collaborate, support, help, every single time someone posts something, you will give praise on the music that they are posting and support. So no wonder they chose you, mate. Huge congratulations for that. Absolutely
Yeah.
huge. You must be overwhelmed. How did that come about? How did you go from emerging artist, not even thinking you're going to win something, to actually being asked by Tammany to be a rep? How did that go about?
Well, I don't know exactly. I do know that I looked at like the map of where a lot of the reps were, and there was a couple, kind of near my area, and I thought, well, there wasn't really one in that greater Philadelphia area, which is a pretty big metropolitan area, over here. So I put in my application to Tammany, and thankfully it was approved, and she was really excited, and I was excited. I mean, ISSA does so much for us, and I feel like if I could just give back a little bit to that organization and help spread the love, and I'm doing more different posts, more educational, informative posts on behalf of ISSA. It's just such a great organization. I would love to promote my fellow artists as much as I can. Indie artists have enough trouble being heard and being seen, as it is. If we could help each other grow, that's something that I love to do. And I'm always, like you said, commenting, liking, sharing, trying to support people where I can. So it feels really good to do it. I'm so happy to be the newest ISSA representative.
Fantastic. We are going to be, and I know you've probably seen this on the show, One Life, we are releasing our music school next month, and we are really excited to be working alongside the International Singer-Songwriters Association, because what our aim is to basically grow these independent artists into being award winners and collaborators within ISSA. Okay, so a lot of us are ISSA members. Some of us are reps. Some of us have a huge support to the ISSA team. Todd Affle, Tim Steinwook. There's a lot of people who are connected to the International Singer-Songwriters Association. So I'm really excited about the joint adventure between the two of us, being able to promote these new indie artists who are coming through, who need our help to grow in this music industry, which is a minefield right now when it comes to being an indie artist. But actually, if we can give them the tools to be able to develop their craft, their art, they will be just as fantastic as what you've grown in the last 6 months. Going from an emerging artist, going to, be a rep for your, area, a 6 month period, being able to do that. God knows what 6 years is going to do to you. Tammany, watch out. He's after your job, by the way.
Oh my goodness. No, nobody does it like Miss Dove, and she can have that role.
No, that role. No one doesn't like Miss Star, but Michael, tremendous, and that's absolutely. But I think the tips are really good as well. And I think one of the things that I got from you when you post is you will post tips to indie artists. You will give people help, and you will find anything which will basically help somebody promote or be able to sort of track out or meta tagging. There's been lots of different things that you put on there. So for anybody out there, or for anybody in Michael's area, and you're not part of the International Singer-Songwriters Association, please get hold of Michael. Please let him speak to you about how the International Singer-Songwriters Association could benefit you and what support he can give you. And you know what? I can see you standing in the middle of the road with a billboard on, mate, with the shades.
With the shades. Well, if that ever happened, I would need those shades very much so I could hide.
You would definitely. So one of the things I have seen you do over the last few months is work with your charity and produce some music for your charity, and I've been really proud watching this. You've been producing the album Broken Treasures, which has been highly popular, but also highly support in terms of your charity in relation to Voices Against Trafficking. So I'm proud of you for doing that. I'm proud of you for bringing all of the artists on board to try and support that amazing charity. So what we're going to do is we are, as looking at your last 6 months, we are going to speak about that charity in a minute. And we're going to give you some time to tell us about the album, tell us about how Voices for Trafficking do help families and children, and how the artists that you've been working with over the last few months have gone on to support that amazing charity. Before we do so, we can't forget the Guitar for Vets, because it is our last show, and I've been trying to put this off because I always feel really tearful when I say goodbye to charities, you know, so I've been putting this off, and we're 25 minutes in and I can't put it off anymore. So Guitar for Vets, it's one last time for you to promote your amazing charity. It's one last time to show your amazing videos. And guys and girls and indie artists out there on Facebook, YouTube and X, this is your time to give to the Guitar for Vets, whether it's an amazing guitar, whether it's some money, or whether it's just promoting this amazing charity. And Jason Walsh, thank you so much once again for bringing this charity to us. So I'm going to take a bit of a back seat, and after with What's a Guitar for Vets, we're going to come to Mr. Michael Botte, and we're going to talk to him about Voices Against Trafficking, okay? So I'm just going to share my screen. Just give me 2 seconds, everybody, and then we will sort it out. Okay, so remember, we're going to go right back to the beginning, and remember how a guitar can save a life.
Been a while, but I still remember all of you. I remember those nights just like they were yesterday. I still have my boots, the gear. It's like I'm still ready to go. I think of you often, and I miss those days. Sometimes I don't. I don't know who I am anymore. So sometimes I think I kind of run away. I don't know. It's just hard. People are always trying to help. I think they mean well. I always thank you for your service, but sometimes just can't seem to figure it out. But there's things that are important. I don't know, maybe it takes just taking that first step. Taking that first phone call. Taking the chance. No matter how awkward it feels, brothers and sisters are out there inviting us in. All you gotta do is say, okay. It might be closer than you think. I took a chance.
I have found that most of the veterans that are students in this program come away with a whole new level of serenity and, kind of a feeling of purpose.
I mean, who knew that a simple wooden box with some metal strings might be the connection point that I needed. Might forge the relationships that I was actually looking for. Might bring joy and peace. Who knew that music could heal and bring connection? I gotta be honest, I was scared at first. It may not make sense given what I've been through, but I found a new team, a new unit, all through music, and it has meant everything. when I graduated, in front of my buddies, cheering along. Guitars for Vets handed me that guitar. It was pride like I remembered. Who knew that today I'd be a part of my community, playing the guitar in front of those same buddies. In front of my kids, my wife, connecting with my family again, part of a tribe, part of a unit again. I'm so thankful. For me, it's time that I help the next guy or gal come on in to the fold. We've all got to watch out for each other. We are the ones that can use music to heal each other. Because it's more about the guitar. It's about community and belonging. There is a way forward.
Fantastic. Absolutely amazing videos. We
Switching
have
to
seen
Vodafone full.
for the whole month of February. And just want to say thank you so much to all of the people who support Guitar for Vets. And thank you so much to all our amazing veterans for all you have done for our country. You know, it's been an honour and a pleasure to support the Guitar for Vets. So that was absolutely great. That's a hard-hitting video, hey?
Yeah, no, I myself have never, been in the military, been to war. My father was in World War II. He lied about his age to go to World War II back in the day. But I do, of course, have the utmost respect for those who choose to serve our country. So mad respect to that gentleman. And yeah, I agree.
Definitely. You know, we've had a big week over in the UK and America in relation to the amount of money which is being piled in to having new troops. You know, at the end of the day, we are going through a really difficult time in so many different countries, so many different personnel, you know, men and women, young and old, are going out and defending and supporting our countries at the moment. And despite our vets, all of you deserve our hearts and our love and our support. Okay, and I say that from the bottom of our One Life hearts, but we're all there for you, there to support you. And we hope throughout 2025, we can bring you some amazing music like Michael does to be able to keep your day going as much as you possibly can. So when you switch on that radio and you listen to ISSA radio, okay, we've got some amazing tunes on the Rick Spin Show, okay, to keep you going throughout the day, okay, and also the My Indie Radio Show as well, okay, to keep you going throughout the day, to put a smile on your face wherever you are. We're thinking about you here on the One Life Show. So, Michael, you did talk about Voices Against Trafficking when you were on the show last time, but in relation to the new album and in relation to the people that you've met, what types of things over the last 6 months is that charity been doing and you've been doing to support that charity?
Yeah, so Andy Berger, is the founder and director, and she and I actually met over a podcast very similar to this. It's a strange story. I was on another podcast, and they were playing one of my songs, and she had commented about she liked one of the songs, and we just kind of became just friends. And then when she had the idea to put together worldwide music compilation as a fundraiser for the organization, I couldn't believe she reached out to me for help, to play a role. So I volunteered for the organization, Voices Against Trafficking. And I was tasked with trying to find music to put onto this, digital download worldwide compilation. And I will tell you, Adrian, that was tough. I got a lot of people to reach out to. I could have put together probably 50 songs, but I had to get it down to like 13, 14, 15. And Mr. Steinruck, as you know Tim, he's one of the artists on the show or on the album. But it was tough, man. It was tough. But I ended up getting about, I think, 14 or 15 that we put onto the download, and it went out to the world. And it's a fundraiser for an organization that really their goal is big. I mean, human trafficking is enormous in this world, and what Andy does every day, and I talk to her almost every day, is amazing. And I get to play one small role I also donated one of my songs. My song Radiate, what I put out a couple years ago, is part of that album. So I just couldn't believe that I got to actually donate a song, but also play a role in developing this Broken Treasures and help bring it to life. So it's an incredibly humbling experience for me, and I'm grateful that Andy felt I was worthy to help.
Brilliant, excellent. And we literally last month had the Tim Tebow Foundation in relation to child trafficking and child sexual exploitation and disability. We spent a whole month learning about the worries and concerns about human trafficking around the world and how real it is in every single part of the world. I even spoke to Vanessa about this in terms of how bad it is in South Africa, and the fact that when we're talking about human trafficking, there's children just left on the side of the road, basically taken from villages, absolutely awful. We've also in terms of Ridge Banks, one of our very own One Life members live on the show spoke about his horror when it comes to trafficking, and that it was all it's something that we're always going to have to deal with in a country, and it's something that we will always have to find charities like yours to be able to provide the financial support, the emotional support, but we're touching the sides like we always are with every single one of these charities when it comes to funding. We've just had a disaster in terms of, the wars which are taking away a lot of funding to all of these charities. We had to do it yesterday in Britain, and one of the things we are upset that we are losing money to so many great charities and so many research projects which need our help. So even more so now in 2025, it is time to stand up, everybody, and actually as individuals, not relying on the government, to do what we can to help each and every one of these charities in relation to financial support, doing a podcast, doing a song, doing a festival, whatever you can do. 2025 is going to be a big year for us all to dig deep and help out, and what you've done with Voices Against Trafficking, that album in particular is a massive project to put together, but what that will give is some financial stability to that charity, because I know the artists on there, absolutely amazing artists, so how many spins have we got? Do we know how the album's doing in terms of like plays and things like that? Have we got any stats out yet?
Andy had some personal things to take care of the last couple of weeks, so I haven't spoken to her specifically about the success. We've actually been talking about the next one already, but I haven't heard about the success so far. Any kind of spin reports? I don't know. I wish I had something to say, but I don't know.
Brilliant. Well, we love a One Life challenge, and we talk about One Life challenges every single program. So, what we can do in One Life is we can help the Voices Against Trafficking campaign, okay? We have a One Life person who is working on One Life albums and doing exactly the same as what you're doing in terms of getting the music in and dripping songs into albums. So we will have our music school open as of the end of March. We will have new indie artists coming through, but we also have other artists who are already known to the industry playing their songs. So I reckon as a One Life challenge is me, you, and also the Voices from Trafficking team meet up and see how we can help each other, because I'm getting a lot of songs being sent to me like you are you. Let's get those albums, get those in. Let's get them as many albums as they possibly can in 2025, and let's support each other and work together to make sure both albums and all these albums go out, because at the end of the day, the more we can do to help these charities in such a difficult year, the absolute better. And anybody who needs more information against Voices Against Trafficking, please, Michael, I'm sure you'll be happy to take a phone call or take an email.
Of course. And I would love to work together. I mean, there's strength in numbers. So you say jump, brother. I say how high.
That sounds good to me. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I can't jump anything over 2 foot, so I'm sure you can jump higher than me. So I'll jump. You jump first, and I'll try and beat you. My arm fighters can't take jumping no more.
No, my 55-year-old knees, probably not. But I could do probably a good meter, maybe a half a meter.
Half me, yeah, definitely. Anyway, mister, we are 40 minutes into the show, and what I think we should do next is I think we should play your next song. And while we do that, we are going to have one last for the Guitars for Vets quiz time, okay, on a specialized subject from your catalogue of About Me on Facebook. Okay, so if you've been watching, I have delved into all of your Facebooks about me and chosen a specialized subject on one of the things that I have found. So some of you have been a bit surprised because on your About Me, you've forgotten what you've actually liked or the things that you've said you're interested in, and you're like, actually don't know anything about that whatsoever. Tyler Glitchell the other night, when we chose his specialised subject of NASCAR racing, he had forgotten he'd even put it on his Facebook. And I think he got 1 out of 10. I think he was completely like, I don't know nothing about NASCAR.
Oh my God, that's funny.
So please, when you put on your About, just make sure that people like me and Michael is a podcast host who's going to probably nick this idea. Just make sure you watch what you put on there because we could be diving deeper. Okay, so Michael doesn't know what his is yet. Everyone else, get your pens and papers ready. Remember, it's 10 questions. Okay, so we are going to put on your next track, which is Mirror. Okay, tell us a bit about the track, and while we're playing your track, we will get the quiz ready.
Oh, Mirror. So, Mirror. So that was my... I'm not going to swear, but that was my FU to the universe song for life being so effing unfair. So, back to quarantine, right? Quarantine affected different people in different ways. And without going into the details, quarantine was very, very unkind to my family. So I was very angry for a lot of quarantine. And so instead of doing something stupid, I thought, well, you know what? Let me channel this anger into something positive, something that I could love and hug, I decided to channel that anger into a song. So that is Mirror. If you listen to the chorus, you should kind of understand what I'm trying to say. But it's really just my FU to the universe for life being so freaking unfair.
I like that. Okay, we're going to play it, and I tell you, a big FU to the world at the moment, but we're not going to put it down. We are going to lift you back up again, okay? So here we go. Mirror coming up next.
Every single day, I don't know what the hell you're saying. The echoes bounce and they dissipate.
I love it. Absolutely great song. Do you know what? You come up with some amazing tracks, don't you, mister?
Trying, man. Thank you. I tell you, man, all I want to do is just music is my therapy. I write music, to keep my mental health in check. And I just want to be heard, brother. And people like you give me the opportunity to be heard. So I win.
You win. It's a win-win. It's a
Win-win,
win-win. Okay, so talking about win-win, it is time to lose-lose because we are going to empty your pockets for guitars for vets. Okay, so the rules of the game are, we actually looked over the last 6 months. I went back to your video and I basically was playing a game with you last time about Guess the Song. Can you remember from the
Yes, I
ISSA
do.
artist?
I failed miserably.
And you failed miserably. So I felt really sorry for you. I was actually going to choose that game again and see how great you've got now that you've met everybody over in Atlanta, whether you got any better. But I thought, you know what, actually, I'm not going to be that cruel because you failed so dismally. I actually thought it weren't very fair on the artists themselves. So I thought, we go for something else. So we did go into your about, and one of the things that I'm really pleased because I absolutely love this subject because I'm such a geek when it comes to this subject. So if I did this subject, I would probably get 10 out of 10. We are going back, getting our lightsabers out. We are going to be boys because tonight we are having a quiz on the one, the only Star Wars.
Star Wars. Oh my God, 1977. I was 8 years old. My father took me to the theater to see the original Star Wars in 1977. I will never forget that moment in time. Oh my goodness.
It was great. I tell you, it's my childhood as well. So when I looked in your about, it said Return of the Jedi, and that was the only film you've ever watched. Because normally on the about on Facebook, you have a list of films, a list of sports things, and things like that. On your about, it just says Return of the Jedi. I'm thinking, do you know what? He doesn't do much outside of music. He just watches Star Wars films, and that's it.
On my about where?
On your about on your Facebook, go back and have a look at it after the show tonight because it literally just says Star Wars. I say basically everybody who doesn't know Michael, basically all he does is he comes off stage and he watches reruns of Star Wars every single night.
Oh my. Well, yeah, I don't think that's on my about, but I still will play the game.
Well, it is on your about, but we are going to go to the Star Wars quiz. If everyone wants to play tonight, remember, it is $2 per question. If you get the question wrong, that's $2 for the Guitar for Vets. We have raised over £100 by doing this month, okay? So thank you to all the artists who have put money in, okay? Especially to Tyler Gitchell and his friend, both 17 and 18 years old. I went into their profile after we'd done the show, and £40 went to the Guitars for Vets and a guitar on that night between the two of them. So, do you know what? What a great effort. Really good, boys. Thank you so much. Okay, so in this one, we have got 15 tracks, but we'll do 10. From Star Wars, and you have 6 seconds to basically answer what the track is, okay? So we're going to do a bit of a test. We're going to find out what the first track is, and we'll see if we can hear it for a start.
I can hear it.
It's just that music. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, could you hear it?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Let's go. Oh
my God.
Okay, so what's the name of the track on the Star Wars film? I know who it is, and it's going to kill me, but I know obviously who's coming into the film right now. So, can you take a guess?
Did you play the audio? Oh, that was the audio. I'm sorry, I thought the zero.
That was the audio.
The audio. Oh,
no, the zero was you only had 6 seconds.
Oh, I thought that was the countdown to play it. My bad.
I'll tell you what, everyone. I'm going to be really, really kind to Michael tonight, okay? I'm going to rewind it a little bit, and we'll start it again, okay? Here we go. Listen to the 6-second track, okay?
That's when Darth Vader's coming in. That's when they introduced Darth Vader.
Can you remember the song, though? There's an actual proper song which is to do with that theme tune for him coming in.
No clue.
No clue? The correct answer is...
Oh, you mean
the Imperial March.
I don't don't know a single name of any song. I just know when it was used.
So that was the Imperial March by John Williams, okay? So what we're going to try and do here, Michael, if you can tell me what film it comes from as well, or instead of, okay, I'll let you have a point, okay? So if you hear a piece of music and you say, oh, that was from Star Wars, or that was from Return of the Jedi, I'll let you have the correct answer, okay? Let's see what the next one is.
So that's the original one where they were giving out the awards. That's when they all went up to the award stage to get out the awards. So that had to be the original Star Wars. I don't know what it's called, but that's when they were giving the awards.
Let's see if you're right. The throne room. I'll tell you what, I will give you that for a bit of knowledge. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I will give you that one. I will give you that one.
They put the medals over them.
That's it.
No clue.
Ooh, no clue on that one. I ain't got no clue on that. I thought I was going to do really well with this, but no, it's hard. Battle of the Heroes, Revenge of the Sith.
I never saw any of those. I only saw the first three. My first three. No clue.
No clue? I reckon this is a new one again. It's got to be, isn't it? Not an original. Boba Fett.
No clue. I never heard of that before.
Not the spin-offs. God, this is hard. I'll tell you what. Michael, how much of a Star Wars lover are you?
Well, I've only seen. See, I call Star Wars like the first three, which technically are
The first three.
Yeah, technically are the 4, 5, and 6. Those are the only ones I've ever seen. I don't know any of the other ones because I refuse to go down that road. I went to the original.
It's got to be real. I'll tell you what, my friend Andy Hurd will be absolutely smiling right now because I know Andy Hurd, who was one of the original Ewoks from Star Wars, and he's a close friend, a good friend of mine, okay? And he was a professor on Harry Potter. And I will share his profile with you after the show tonight. But he's going to be smiling because we're doing a Star Wars quiz, and he's going to be smiling knowing that we're getting them all wrong.
I want to get some here, yeah.
Princess Reyes. Oh, come on, I've got to know this question before we do the next thing. If you was to go on a date with any of the original Star Wars women, who would it be?
Well, I think there was only one.
Well, then that's it. See, there was only one, wasn't there? Princess Leia, wasn't it?
Carrie Fisher. She was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, Carrie Fisher.
Fantastic. There you go. Ooh. Now, we are going original, aren't we now?
No,
Sounds as though it was original. Don't you reckon?
No.
Isn't that where he was fighting Darth Maul? Do you reckon it's that one?
I don't know.
Correct answer is... It was Anakin's Dark Deeds.
That's Revenge of the Sith. I heard of that movie. I don't know what it is.
You've got to watch it. Absolutely amazing film.
But I don't know what these are. I've never seen.
We're not doing very well, are we?
I've never seen any of these movies.
Duel of Fates, Episode 1 of The Phantom Menace.
Never heard of it.
Oh, we're not doing very well, are we? The correct answer on this one is the Emperor.
Star Wars 4? What the hell is Star Wars 4? Oh, is that my one?
Oh, come on, you gotta get this one.
That's where they were in the start. That's when they were in the Millennium Falcon. They were cruising through space. I don't know. It's going to be either the second one or the first one. I don't know.
Oh, come on, I know this one. It's the first one.
Yeah,
It's a binary sunset theme.
Yeah, it had to be the first one.
It did.
No idea.
No. It's Anakin's betrayal.
Never saw the movies.
Okay, this is the last one.
No clue.
Okay, no clue. The correct answer is Mandalorian.
I don't even know what that word
I'll tell you what, Mandalorian, you've got to watch it. It's on Disney Plus. You've got to watch Mandalorian. Absolutely brilliant. I love that, bro. Do you know what? Your Star Wars knowledge is worse than mine.
Yeah, I've only seen the first 3, and I don't. I'm gonna have to ask you to show me where on my profile it says Star Wars. I think you have me confused with somebody else. It's
Okay.
not me.
All right.
It's not me.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Are you a gambling man?
Yes.
You are. Okay,
Yeah.
so basically you got 1 out of 10, okay? So that almost like is nearly about like $18, okay? But I'm gonna reduce that down to $10 because I felt really awful that it was such a hard competition tonight, okay? Because you're saying it isn't on your profile. I'm saying it is, and it's a bit of a to-do here on the One Live show. The gloves are up, but I'm trying to get some money for the Guitar for Vets tonight. So the gamble is if you can get 3 songs from your ISSA members, okay, I will reduce that down, okay, to $10, okay. But if you can't get all 3 songs, okay, it stays at $18, okay. And I will give you 10 seconds of each song, not 6, 10. But you've got to get all 3 right, okay?
boy.
And they're all artists from the International Singer-Songwriters Association, okay?
Remember, there are 26,000 members. Just to be clear.
I know that's how good this game is. It's brilliant.
26,000.
But they're all songs that have basically been played recently, and you should know them. And if you've been following the ISSA as much as you say you have been, you should be able to get them, okay? Okay, so here's the first one. Mrs. Birthday Girl herself, very recently.
I fear the other side. The river marks the neighborhood where I reside. And I don't see an obvious bridge, but I can choose to swim. I think I'll try. Oh, humanity, can we see?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay, so that was Emily Johnson. Okay, Birthday
Emily.
Girl ISSA. Yeah, it was Emily.
She just did a song with Andrew, but I don't know. I know she has her album out. Matter of fact, I'm posting for her. I think I already posted for her about her album, but I don't know. She has an album.
Okay,
Songs. I don't
okay,
know.
all right. I'll give you one more chance, okay, and I'll give you one that you should know.
Look into my eyes and tell me what you see.
Harry?
Is it love or is it...
I don't know.
Oh, Michael Botte! Seriously, Wolf Milestone is going to kill you. I can't believe you didn't know that one.
From who?
For Wolfie Milestone is one of the biggest ISA members there is on the page, mister.
Well, like I said, there's 26,000 members.
26,000.
I don't know that.
Right, I tell you what, I'm playing this one, and if you do not get this one, okay, it goes up to 20, okay, because this is somebody who you know, and if you do not get it, they are going to be in your inbox straight away after the show and actually taking that money away from you personally, okay, so that's giving you a bit of a hint, and I'm hoping that you're going to get it, okay. So here comes the next track. Let's see if he does get it. If he doesn't, I expect Tammy's going to kick him out as well. Anyway, here we go.
When I look in the mirror, there's a man that I see who's been searching a lifetime for a way to be free. Never knowing the darkness that was following me, like a mutating virus, one that I couldn't see. And I breathed you in, and I fed.
Yeah, so he and Sarah
Okay.
collaborated. Sarah's one of the artists that I got for the compilation, as well as Tim. Yeah, no, that's Tim, of course, and Sarah. Tim and Sarah. Yeah.
Thank God for that. That's all I can say, because Tim Steinbrook would have personally jumped on your next podcast and gone absolutely crazy.
You know, it's funny. He's my co-host on that podcast, so he would have ripped me ahead.
I know. If you hadn't got that, I would have been creasing up laughing. I was nearly holding my stomach laughing because I was looking at your face, and at the beginning you were like, if I know this, I'm getting really worried.
It just came out. It's brand new.
But what a great track. Absolutely amazing track. And, you know, the lyrics and the words and the voices in the track with Sarah, brilliant. If there was anybody, you know, you get an opportunity now to really scout for the top artists, being an ISSA rep, okay? You have got the opportunity to bring so many people into the music industry. 2025, okay, we are literally in February right now. If you are going to grab someone to highlight on stage in Atlanta in August, who would you drag on that stage with you to go and play? Okay, you know, there's 26,000 people, you say, but if there's someone you would really love to literally nick the stage on that night and say, right, I'm singing with you on that night, who would you choose?
You know, there is a guy that I'm thinking of. He doesn't know this, of course, but there is a gentleman that I'm thinking of asking to do a little collab in the future. I have a song that might fit what he does well. He's a phenomenal musician who actually lives here in Pennsylvania. He's up north of me, up in Erie, Pennsylvania. And he's actually an ISSA rep as well, I believe. They call him Mr. Cottonmouth. His name is Matt Malouf. He is phenomenal.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And I have a bluesy rock song coming, I think 3 releases next. I'm kind of mapped out a little bit. I think 3 releases next. There's a blues kind of rock song that I'm working on with my producer, which could really use Matt's harmonica. So he doesn't know this, but he probably does now. That I'll probably
yeah, he probably does now. You've now told him now. That's it. He's said it. So we will make sure that he does know it. We will actually give him a message after the show tonight and just say, "Hey, watch the show tonight. There's a bit of a surprise for you." Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Great combination, and he's absolutely phenomenal singer, and a great combination between. I'm looking forward to that. That would be absolutely brilliant. So, you know, we're nearly at the end of the show. What else have we got to look forward to apart from meeting me in Atlanta?
So my next release actually is coming up. Gee, every time I do this, I look at the calendar. I'm like, oh my God, it's pretty close. My next release is March 14th, and this is kind of a big one for me. This was written 20 years ago. So many years ago, my wife and I dropped out of society and backpacked around the world for a year. And I was in my early 30s at the time. And one of my stops was in Rishikesh, India, which is of Beatles fame, because as you may remember, George Harrison brought the boys over to meet the Maharishi Yogi in the 60s. So I thought, if the Beatles can go to Rishikesh, India, well, you know what? So can I. So I did. And I lived in a yoga ashram right on the banks of the Ganges River. In the evenings, all the locals would come out to the river to kind of celebrate the sunset and talk and chat. So I got to talk to people from all over the world, travelers, and then local artisans, business owners, teachers, gurus, sadhus, Hindu, holy men, all these different people. And we talk about life and love and the universe and the divine and all these great things. So from the output of those conversations came my song called Soulfully Appreciating, which comes out March 14th. And I'm really, really proud and happy about this one. We tried to emulate the sound of the band Train. I love the band Train. Matter of fact, I'm going to see him August 15th here in
Great band. I like that band as well.
Oh, I love Train. Pat Monahan, their lead singer, is a Pennsylvania boy, and we're the same age. And we don't talk at all, but he's a Pennsylvania boy. So we tried to mimic the sounds of Train. So that's March 14th. I'm sure you've probably seen me promote it somewhere, and if you haven't, you're going to. So it's coming soon.
It'll be there.
It'll be there. Yeah. So looking forward to that. Absolutely.
Cool. It's going to be a big year for you. And in the next 6 months, we're going to be sitting here and going, can you remember that campfire song that we sung around the fire in Atlanta? I am trying. I've told every single ISSA member, I am trying my very best to be there. Okay. If not, I will always be there in heart and I'll always be in love. We've got lots going on in One Life. We hope to be there to represent our show, but also represent our family over in Atlanta. Yeah. Okay, but let's kick it out. We've got 6 months between that now and then. I've got no clue what's coming in the next 6 months between me and you. If we look at what we've achieved over the last 6 months, I'm proud of both of us, and I'm proud of each and every member who have joined ISSA and also One Life over the last 6 months. You're all absolutely fantastic. You've done some amazing things between all of you. So is there anybody out there that you want to say a special thank you to in terms of who supported you over the last 6 months?
Yeah, I will always start with my producer, Mr. Bob Beals from Sound Foundation Studios, who is my brother, my mentor, my confidant. He leads an Eagles tribute band. He's a music producer. He just lives, eats, breathes, drinks, sleeps music. He's actually full-time music now as of January. He finally retired from his, real job. But he's been in the music biz for 40 years. But now he's full-time music again. He was full-time music once before. So for him, I can't do any of this without him. His direction, his musicianship, his guidance. We work well together, and he's stuck with me because I have about 40 songs written, ready to be recorded and released. So he's stuck with me.
It's going to be busy.
Yes.
He's stuck with you for 40 years, for 40 songs. I know how long it takes for a song to be released, but, at the end of the day, you've got all that time. Keep bringing out those amazing tracks, okay? We are really loving, every single one of them that you're bringing out. And thank you so much for all you do for the ISSA team. I think the new role for you is perfect in terms of what support you give. And as Zach is saying with Voices Against Trafficking, absolutely amazing role that you give there as well. So thanks for everything you do. So everybody, I'm learning from you, brother.
I'm learning from you.
That's great. And I'm glad that we at One Life and myself give you that passion to, support the people that you do. So at One Life, we are going to take a very short break of a couple of days because we are going to get you your new charity together. Just to let you know, everybody, Elizabeth has been told that she has won and she's very excited. She's just getting some material ready to introduce what the charity of the month is going to be. So she's very, very happy lady that we're going to have to stick with Elizabeth Ertel for the next month with the One Live show. So she'll be popping on some of the artist shows. We do know that already we have booked over 13 artists. So it's going to be another busy month on the One Live show. So Elizabeth will be working with those artists to support her charity. So thank you to each and every one of you who have supported Jason Walsh's charity, Guitars for Vets. And we say goodbye to them from tonight. So thank you very, very much, everybody. In relation to One Life, we are starting our show next month. Going back to rock again, but it's going to explode because the show in March is going to start off on Sunday at 5 o'clock with the one, the only, Helgrim are coming on the show at 5 o'clock on Sunday. So that's going to be loud. What a way to start March with a rock band that loud, that heavy, that big, and that popular. Okay, I love them too. We had a great show last time. So Helgrim, 5 o'clock on Sunday. Make sure you are tuned in. Make sure you are with us at the One Live show. And thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the week. AJ's going to go and get these catalogue of songs onto the YouTube channel so we can continue hearing everybody's great music. Okay, so have a pleasant evening, and we will see you on Sunday at 5 o'clock. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you, brother. Peace.